Hey, beautiful beauty friends. This is Ka, and today I'm super excited to bring you something pretty special. My first ever giveaway, and we are going to be making a project, and then I'm going to give a kit away to somebody of the project that I made. So I'm so excited. This is like, I've been looking forward to this for since I got the idea. So I've been looking forward to this for quite a while. But let's get into today's. Can you sense the excitement, my friends? I'm almost giddy, dare I say? But let's look at our advice for the day. I don't want to call this advice for the day. Let's just call this our. I don't know. Our good word. Our good word of the day is strive for progress and not perfection. And basically, guys, that just means, it doesn't matter if you're the fastest car in the race. The most important thing is that you take a step forward, every single day, and you inch yourself forward and you never go in reverse. So we are always trying to get progress. Because I'm going to tell you a little pocket sermon, mini pocket sermon. So y'all know I follow a little band called Shinedown. And Brent Smith, who is the lead singer of Shinedown, and also my other husband, he just doesn't know about it yet. But anywho's, he always says that their motto is to never arrive, right? You never want to arrive to that pinnacle of perfection, because every single day there's room, and every single day there's chances to change and room to grow, and just continuing to be the best versions of ourselves, whatever that means to you guys, because we're all so different in how we are. So what might be progress for you might be different progress for someone else, but it doesn't matter as long as you keep moving forward and you never arrive, my friends, because once you arrive, then you're there. What fun is it anymore? The party's over. It's the journey to get there. And hopefully you never do arrive. And I know that sounds like crappy, but it's not, I promise you, because every day is a new day to just keep growing and challenging yourself, guys. So keep striving for progress. Don't worry about perfection, because who wants to be perfect? I don't want to be perfect. It doesn't seem like it would be fun. I don't know. Anyway, that's your pocket sermon for the day. So let's break into this project, my friends. So we are going to be making some really cute little, and these can be either Halloween or these can be Day of the Dead, which is also coming up, I believe, November 1st. I can't say the word. I don't even want to try it, because then I would butcher it and offend somebody, and I don't want to do that. But Day of the Dead, I can never say it right, the actual name. But these are super cute, and I think they would work for that really, really well. And we also have this little dog, so we're going to put this one together. We're going to put it together. And, there's some cat hairs in there, but that's fine. You didn't need to see all the cat hairs. We'll just, there you go. Boop, boop. Anyway, so here, my friends, this cup's been sitting on my desk, and I think Mike's been sitting on it, if I'm being honest. And so he probably glittered it up a little bit. But here's the kit that Mike was not sitting on, because this was on the top shelf of my desk that no cats are ever allowed to venture on. So basically, our little kit you will be getting, I'm so excited, and I just can't hide it. I'm about to lose. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm about to get infringement. I'm about to have to pay somebody money if I keep that song up. So what you will get is this pack of buttons from Dress It Up Buttons. You guys know that is our friends, Jesse James. Does it even say Jesse? It does. A Jesse James company. That is our friends over there at Jesse James. Well, I want them to be my friends. I hope they're my friends. And then we have that. And then we also have, and I ordered this directly from Beadalon, from my friends at Beadalon. We have this whole spool of artistic wire. Guys, this stuff is hard to find. This stuff is really hard to find. I could not find it on Amazon. You also get this strand of beads. Now, I used these little pink beads in my design, but these were from my stash. And I just didn't want to give you like rando beads in a bag. You know what I'm saying? Like, who wants rando beads? So I'm giving you this whole strand. And these are almost the same size. These are just a little, I believe these are like 4mm Drux check glass. Check glass, only the best for my friends. Okay. And you also get, I believe, oh, here it is. You also get some, oh, sorry guys. You also get some little ear wires. I might put in also, because I think I do have black posts as well. If I do, I will throw them in here. If not, but if I do, you'll get both. So then you can choose your adventure. Again, here's the buttons. Guys, if I don't know if you want to run out to your Walmart and see if they have these buttons, they're in the craft department, which Walmart has lovingly now put in the back of the store. Thank you very much. That's fine because then it's less noisy back there. And thank you, Walmart. You did me a favor. But anywho's, in the back of the Walmart in the craft department, $2.22. So cute. Well, don't quote me on that because your Walmart may be different. But my Walmart in Knoxville and the wire. So guys, that's so cute, right? Oh my God, so excited. Okay, let's get into this project. So for my friends that have never used a button as a bead, these are going to be real simple. Now listen, there's all kinds of ways that you can turn buttons into beads. So you might find a better method than my method. I don't know what this little seed bead, he's a little hitchhiker. But this is how I do it. I'll show you how I do it. If you guys, you might do it a little bit differently. But we are going to use this 20 gauge wire. This is the artistic wire. I think depending on sometimes the size of your shank, this is not a huge shank. It's like a moderate size, like a normal size shank. But sometimes you might have a smaller shank, then you might want to go with a smaller gauge wire. But I do think that 20 gauge wire really overall is probably the best gauge wire for this project because it's really right in the middle, right? It's not too thick, but it's also not too thin. 20 gauge and 22 gauge are my go-tos, but we are going to be making simple loops up here at the top. And I don't know if I would trust the 22 gauge for the simple loop. So if you do with this with 22 gauge, you might want to just make that loop a wrapped loop. But otherwise, it should be fine. It will still work on the back of the button the same way. But I do suggest, and I think the 18 is just a little too thick. But if you have a bigger shank, then the 18 gauge might work for you. It really depends on your button. On the shank portion, but I do really recommend the 20 gauge. All right, so we are going to cut us a piece, and I'm going to say roughly 4 inches. I think 4 inches should be good. Oh, let me show you a better look up on this wire in case you guys didn't see it, because my nerves, I'm so excited but nervous at the same time because I've never done a giveaway before. It's so cool. But this is the artistic wire and the multicolor. And this is the pink, black, and green color. So you see it's got those 3 colors. I think it's just gorgeous for this time of year. Absolutely gorgeous. But it looks like my piece is mostly green and black. But that's okay. That's okay. That's what's fun about it, too, because it's like ombre. So what you will need for this project, of course, you will need your buttons. And I showed you guys basically all the materials in here. You don't need any jump rings or anything like that. Tools, I'm going to have my little wire straighteners. Of course, you're going to need cutters, a ruler, round nose pliers. I'll get my mom and pops. You know how I do. You know how I do, my friends. And just grab a couple. Just have a couple here on the side. I can't tell which ones I want to use. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and straighten this wire a little bit because it is looking a little frazzled. So we're just going to go ahead and straighten this baby out. Oops, sorry. I have a shelf right next to my desk. And sometimes I hit it and it just goes crazy. Because my desk this is my work desk. Y'all, we bought this desk for $15 on Marketplace. So it's not exactly the sturdiest. It's, dare I say, it might even be less stable than IKEA. But whatever. It does the job. But it has this little shelf here on the side and I sometimes knock into it. And so because it's unstable, it'll shake a little bit. But you didn't need to know that. I just like to give y'all information that you didn't need just in case. Why not? Okay, so we are going to go ahead and we're going to take our piece of wire and we're going to just put it back here and kind of gauge it to where it's even on both sides. Now this is completely if you want to start down here, if you want to start up here, it doesn't matter. So what you want to do is you want to pick a side that you're going to start bending, and then this finger you're going to hold this side down so this wire doesn't move, right? So we're going to take this wire and we're going to bend it around the bottom and underneath, and you can switch hands and you can hold the wire with this hand and you're going to bring that up underneath across the top, right? What's really important is you want to make sure that you are holding this wire down tight to the back of that shank. You want to hold it down flush onto the button as much as you can. And you just do that by holding your fingers on there and forcing the wire to go around that natural path. Okay, so now we're going to take this bottom wire and we're going to make sure this is all nice and tight, but we are going to tighten this back up. So not really that important right now. So we're going to take this wire that is coming here. See how we went up and around with that wire? So now we're going to switch hands and we're going to hold this wire with this hand. And then we're going to take this wire around the back and up here to the top. So now we have both of these wires up here at the top, right? Now, if you want, and again, pushing, making sure this wire is pushed down close, and you can use your tools to do that. Now you can make a decision. You can either take this wire and completely go around down to the bottom if you want, or you can take this wire that was originally, oh, I'm sorry, I'm so off camera. I need to calm down. That coffee really got me going. But we're going to actually take this wire that we originally took around here, and we're going to just bring this back down to the bottom. Okay. And you can do whatever pass you can do it the other way, whatever you feel comfortable with. Then we're going to take this wire and we're going to bring it right there. Okay. And that is looking good. So that is what you should have. Okay. Now you're going to bring this here like you're going to want to wrap it around again, but stop. You're going to stop it right here when it's going this way. And the same thing with this one. So now it looks like this. So what you're going to do now is you're going to take if you have some of these like little skinny nose pliers, you're going to take this, you're going to come in here where this button is, and you're just going to squeeze, making sure that's all pushed down. You're just going to squeeze this wire into here, right? Just squeezing that into there. Not real tight because we don't want to break anything. You can also do it this way. Whatever you have to do. And sometimes this wire will jump up and you can go ahead and just fix that, push that back down. Again, squeezing that into, almost like into the hole of the shank. So this wire is now steady, it is sturdy, it's not going anywhere. So now we're going to take our pliers and we are going to put them like right here, up against the button and up against the shank. And we're going to grab that wire and we're just going to twist our hand, holding that wire here, we're just going to twist the wrist. So this way, this wire is going straight up and down. I'm going to do it up here again in case you didn't see it because my big meat paws was in the way. Grabbing this wire, Actually, let's do it, yeah. Let's bring it down just a little bit more. Okay. Grabbing this wire here at the shank portion. And then we're just like this. I don't know if you saw that motion. I'll do it again. Just like this. Not really moving the wire, just moving our hand in this motion. So now this is what you have. You've got one wire coming down this way. You've got one wire coming up this way. If you're using 22 gauge wire and if your shank is big enough, you can of course go around that twice on each side if you want. But this is 20 gauge wire. Guys, this is secure. This is like, she's not coming undone. The key is just to squeeze, and you can do it again. The key is just to make sure this wire is squeezed as close in there as you can get it, right? Nice and attached, not going anywhere. All right, so now we're going to come up here and we're going to make our simple loops. So let's straighten this wire out a little bit more. This can be tricky, guys. Be really careful with this. Don't really pull it. I'm just going to kind of do that, right? Making that nice and straight. And now we're going to be making a simple loop. Now, guys, if you are using the 22 gauge wire, this is where you're going to want to make a wrap loop. And then the wrap loops are going to be a little more finicky here. The simple loops are a lot easier. Hooked on phonics. I need it for Christmas. Okay. So, but now we have to you don't really want to hide your loop. You kind of want it to peek out a little bit. See what I'm saying? So this way your ear wire fits in there nicely and your ear wire is not struggling. So what I like to do is I will take my pliers and I'll figure just like slightly, okay, see how this would be flush with the head. Slightly, I will go slightly up and make my bend. Just a little bit peeking out of there, right? Go ahead, make your bend. Now we're going to cut. Where are my cutters? Here they are. And I really can't stick my finger in here because of the way the button is, but just kind of measure. I usually like to do about 1/4 of an inch. We'll say that's good. Okay, now we're going to get our round nose pliers. Actually, let me use these. And being very careful, guys, when you're turning this loop, make sure you're just holding this wire in place with your thumb. Okay, and we're just going to go ahead, flush with the tool. Why does that look like it's not a flush cut? Okay, that was very annoying. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit retentive that way. Oops. Sometimes, and then you're just going to turn your loop up, holding this wire with your fingers so that wire is not going anywhere. Just turn your loop like you would. And it might not be the most perfect loop, and that's okay. And it might also, ooh, that's a terrible loop. My goodness. What were we doing there, Carl? My goodness. Just fix that. Just fix that a little bit. My gosh. It's a little bit smaller loop than I really wanted, to be honest, but we can fix it and make it look pretty. Okay. That's what you should have. And this is flush up against that button. And then we're just going to do the same thing down here. Again, we are just going to carefully just kind of straighten this wire out a little bit. Okay, there we go. Sorry about shaking the desk. All right, so again, we're going to go in here. And the one thing I will say about these buttons before I continue, this dog button, I think that's a dog. Or maybe they're both cats. I don't know. I think that's a dog. But this one is a little bit shorter than the cat. So if you kind of make them the same exact way, one might hang longer than the other. You can add more beads if you want in the dangle portion. You can, there's ways that you can kind of make up the difference if you want them to be the same length. But if you don't mind one being shorter than the other, you can also add a dangle to this one if you wanted. I don't know. I'm sure you could figure it out. That would, make up that length if you wanted them to be the same length. So again, we're coming down. This is the surface. We're going a little bit above that surface. Okay. Holding this wire with our thumb, and we're making our bend, making that 90-degree bend. And then we're going to come in, and we are going to cut. We are going to cut the wire. Cut a little bit longer because that other loop was a little small. Okay, cutting the wire. And then we're going to go ahead and do our thing. Make our beautiful, this one looks like a lot, that was a lot easier. And guys, if you don't want them to show, if you want the loops to be hidden, you can. You just cut them, bend the wire right exactly at the button and only a little bit of the loop will show. I'm just trying to straighten everything out. Okay. Oh, there was a bead in my pliers. Did you see that? That was crazy. Okay. So this is basically what you should have. This loop's a little ugly, but it is what it is. This loop is much nicer. But that's what you should have. Okay. All right. So here comes the fun part. So now this kit comes with 2 roses. You can pick which color you want. I think I'm going to go with the orange just because there's more orange in here. So we're going to put the yellow aside, and you can use the yellow for whatever, another project. I don't know. If you want to make another dangle to kind of make that one longer, you could do that. You could do whatever. But I'm going to make a knotted head pin. So we're going to take about this much wire, and that's probably about 3 inches. Let's see how good I am. No, that's probably closer to 4. Well, let's see. Oh, sorry. My goodness, I just dinged y'all. My goodness. What is going on? All right, so this is about, well, it's about 5 inches. Look at that. That's a lot longer. Anyway, I'm like, oh, it's 3 inches. No, it's 5 inches. Oh, okay. I'm just going to be quiet before I say something that I'll regret. All right, so we're just going to go ahead and straighten this guy out a little bit. And guys, I usually do this with most of my wire just a couple times because it's good to get it really straight, and it work hardens it a little bit. I think it does anyway. But you always want to make sure you have a flush cuts and it's all neat and whatnot. All right, so now you're going to get your round nose pliers, and we're going to make a knotted head pin. So basically, you are going to take your wire and put it in between these jaws, and I'll wait till that focuses. Focus. Hold on, let me see what is going on here. Focus. Okay. All right, making sure that's flush. And then we are going to go ahead and we're going to go start spinning our tool and wrapping this wire around our tool. Now you can see there, hopefully if it focuses, that wire is starting to come back up a second time. So we're going to keep on spinning it until it comes up a third time, but we're not going to let that part go past our wire. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to take our wire and we're going to just push it up on our tool like so. Right. Okay. And then you're going to take it off your tool. And this is what you should have. Little spiral guy. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to take this end and we're going to bend it and put it into the little loops that we've made here with our pliers. So then you have a lasso. Kind of looks like a lasso or a balloon. I don't know, something cool. And we're going to take our nylon jaw pliers. We're going to insert the balloon right up against, oh, there you are. Right up against, we're putting that knot right up against the tool. And then we're going to take our teethy pliers, if you guys have teethy pliers. And when I say teethy pliers, I mean these guys that have teeth in them. And you're going to grab, let me just turn this around in my hand. You're going to go ahead and you're going to grab the tail with your pliers. You could, I wouldn't use like these kind of smooth pliers because they might not hold on to the wire. You want something with the teeth that's going to hold on to that wire. And then you're going to go ahead and you're going to start pulling. You can pull moderately and you don't have to pull too hard. Don't pull too crazy, but you want to pull until you feel kind of, sometimes you might have to readjust it until you feel that snap. And then what you should have is this like little knotted head pin, cutie little patootie thing. And I kind of want to keep that a little bit bigger. And I probably could, oh, there you are. I probably could pull on that a little more to make the knot smaller, but I want it to be a little bit bigger because it's going to go through here. Now, you could just put this through here and that's not going to go anywhere, but you're kind of going to hang weird. My cat just fell off the back of my chair into my back, but I'm glad he fell into my back and not my floor. So we're going to take one of these little beads and we're going to put one of these on first. Okay. And then we're going to slip our button on. And that button is just going to nestle right where that bead is. And then we're going to put on 2 more beads, or you can do however many you want, of course. I'm just going to do 2. And so that's going to come down here. Now, I might do, give me a sec. This is going to be real casual because I'm going to run over and grab beads real quick because I think I want to do a third one. Since this is shorter, I might want to add another bead or 2 to make the drop longer so they kind of, match in size. Give me 1 second, y'all. I'm going to keep it real cash. I hope Bobo don't jump on the thing. I'm going to keep it cash. That's not it. That's not it. Oh, I found him. Okay, here we go. I knew they were somewhere. For y'all that like ASMR. Anyway, let me just grab a couple more of these beads out of my stash. I know I saw them in here somewhere. Let's do, see guys, now you see why I gave you your own strand, because I just have just a couple of those in there. All right. So I'm just going to do these 2 more. And I think that should make up the difference in the earring. So that's what that looks like. Now this is going to spin around, guys. I'm going to show you how we fix that. You could also maybe put, let's make it a little bit more. Let's put 2 and 2 and then the button. And maybe that'll make it a little bit more balanced. Or did I have 3 down there? Oh, I don't know how many I have. So in this one I have 1, 2, 3. So now I've got 4. Okay, let's put on the 5th one. Let's see if that makes sense. Yeah, I like that. That's pretty. Or should I do the extra bead at the top? My goodness, decisions. I don't know. Maybe. Okay. I know what we're doing. All right. We'll just do the 1 there, and then we'll do those. So then I think that'll look better. I'm so indecisive today. Guys, oh my goodness, it's like fall finally. Fall has finally reached Tennessee. It was like, I woke up this morning. I woke up early. I was up by 9:30, which I'm as shocked as you are. But I don't know. Yeah, I like that. We're gonna go with it. But anyway, because I had lunch with Joni today. Well, we do brunch. We do brunch at 11, and so I woke up at 9 so I could get ready and stuff. You know what? I really hate it. I don't like that at all. I tried to go with it, but I just wasn't feeling it. Anyway, so I got up early so I could get ready, and it was freezing. And I used to be a polar bear. Oh my God, I was so cold. I put on a denim jacket and everything. Okay, that's much better. Anyway, I digress. So yeah, so finally fall has finally found us. So hopefully my friends in Texas and Arizona, hopefully fall will find you too soon. All right, because I know it is ungodly out there. Oh my goodness. I got sweat in my butt crack just thinking about it, how hot it is out there. All right, so we're going to take this guy here and we are going to make a wrapped loop. That's what we're going to do. We're going to do a wrap loop. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to take this. And we're going to figure out how many wraps that we want in there. So I don't want too many wraps because I did put extra beads in there. So I don't think I need a whole bunch of wraps. And they're going to be chunky wraps, as you can see. They're going to be chunky wraps. So that's fine. So let's just do that, right? Okay. I'm going to go ahead and bend that wire over the tool. And it doesn't matter where this flower is because we'll fix that in a second. And then we are going to take our round nose pliers and we're going to insert them into that little crook. We're going to take this wire and bring that over the tool, right? And we're going to spin our tool around so we don't have to take the wire off of it. And then we will continue our path to the other side. I am going to switch hands because I'm right hand dominant. So I like to wrap with my right hand. Okay. I'm just going to take this. Now you're going to take this wire and you're just going to start wrapping it. And it doesn't matter what this guy does. Okay. So now we're here, and this is kind of secure, but this is going to spin. So how do we make that not spin? So we're going to take this wire, and we're going to bring it around the back of this button, and we're going to go under that knot. We're going to go under that knot, right? And then we're going to bring it back around this other side, okay? Then we're going to take it, and I guess you can, trying to see how I want to wrap it. Let me take it off the tool. Yeah, so you're going to take it, we'll take it in front of these wraps. So you went around and you went under that knot and you went under those beads and you brought it back around here. Now we're at the front and we're just going to take it across the front, right? And then just continue, and then just do a little chunky wrap, right? So we got that little chunky wrap going. And we're going to nip this one in the bud. And then we're just going to go ahead and push this little wire down. Okay. And you can do it the other way so you don't see this as much. You know, it's completely up to you. I actually kind of like this little look of this going across here. I was trying to do a little, like a little fancy little boop. That's kind of cool. I like that. Okay. But anyway, so make sure this is all, there's no Sharpies. And now, and you don't, like I said, if you don't like that wire in the front, you can take it around the back. Like this is how I did the other one. And I just wrapped it chunky. So it doesn't, this one looks a little different, but I think it's because I added the extra beads. That's probably why. So I don't know. I don't mind that. But if that's not a look that you like, then just, you can take it around the back portion. That's fine. But the important thing is this is now stationary and this is not going to spin on you. Not going anywhere. All right. And because this is a simple loop, now we can just go ahead and open this like we would a jump ring to the side a little bit. We will insert our loop and then we'll just go ahead and close that back up. Okay. Making sure that's nice and closed. Look how cute. And then we're going to put our ear wire on. Now you can either open this loop, you can open the ear wire loop, whatever loop you want to open. I'll leave that up to you. I'm just going to go ahead and open this one since it's already kind of open anyway. So this way I'll be able to get a good closure on it. Put that on there. All right, guys. So to enter the contest, I probably should have mentioned this earlier, but I wanted to keep all y'all's attention for the project. So to enter is really simple, guys. just leave a comment. Just tell me what is your favorite part of either Halloween or fall. You can tell me what your favorite Halloween costume was, what your favorite candy is, just whatever is your favorite, whatever you want to tell me, that so I get to know you a little bit better. That's all. And if you're not a Halloween person, just what's your favorite part about fall? If you're not a fall person, then just tell me what your favorite part about jewelry making is. And then I'm going to come back. So this contest is going to be open until the 20th because I come back from vacation on the 20th. So I'm going to close it on the 20th, and then I believe the 20th is Sunday. Whatever that Sunday is. If it's the 19th or the 20th, I'm not sure. I think it's the 20th. But whatever that Sunday is, and then the following Monday, I'll announce I'm going to do the little spinny wheel, and you guys will actually get to see my spinny wheel. So you'll see the whole spinny wheel. And then just leave a comment, and everybody that leaves a comment, your name goes on the spinny wheel. And that's how we're going to pick. All right. So let's lay these out and see how good we got with size. What is happening? Did I not put you on the right side? Oh, you know why? Because they're both facing the same way. I forgot to mention that, my friends. I forgot to mention that. These are going to face... So all you do is just take this loop down here and just kind of turn it. You're just reorienting the loop. I forgot about that part. I'm sorry. So I was wondering why it wasn't hanging very nicely. I forgot to change the orientation. All right. So let's see. Let's measure them up. Ears for ears. Ears for ears. I don't know. They're not exactly matched up, but you could also, if you wanted to, my friends, this is also a really good idea. Before you make this loop, if you want to maybe throw a couple seed beads up here. The only problem is that might, I don't know. Maybe you could also take one of those orange beads and just make one little beaded link. Since you have a whole thing of wire, you could just make one little eye pin and put a bead in between this loop and the ear wire, and that will also give you a little bit. These are for me, so I don't care that they're a little off. I just think they're so darn cute, but you guys can do what you want. Yeah, so thank you so much for hanging out with me. I'm probably going to shoot another earring video right after this one, but I might set that to release tomorrow so you guys aren't deluged with content. But we'll see what happens. But there's definitely another earring project on the way. So guys, I hope you had fun. And again, please just, play along with me and just let me know in the comments what is your favorite part about Halloween or about fall, whatever comment you want me to see. You don't even have to, you could just say hi, whatever you are comfortable with, I am comfortable with. Okay. Yeah. And it's gonna be fun. And I'm so excited. Okay, my friends, I'll talk to you guys soon. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful week. Bye.